one of the things I really talk about when we're moving from racial oblivion, okay? Does anybody know the tenets of white supremacy? Can anybody tell me one, and you can unmute yourself and tell me one tenet of white supremacy? Chris, I see you smiling. No one? Why is that? Come on, Chris.
Perfectionism.
Perfectionism. Can you talk about what perfectionism is?
Ash. Perfection is
You're doing great.
having a priority on doing what's right versus I may be mixing stuff up versus relationship. Having blinders on to doing what's right. Is that it, or is that
It's close. It's close. Believing everything has to be just right.
well, yeah, everything has to be just right, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And if I can't talk about it, or especially when it comes to race, white people always say I'm gonna mess it up. I'm not gonna say it the right way.
Yeah.
A lot of that stems from their history of being perfection, right? Because if things were not perfect, then we were unable to control, unable to rule, and easily able to disregard Black and brown spaces, transactions, and interactions. So one of the things, and I appreciate you, Chris, for jumping on. One of the things I talk about, right? We pause when I say, what are the tenets of white supremacy, right? Because I don't think we've been taught how to pay attention to white supremacy. But if I ask you about slavery, I can talk about how long that's been going on. And I think about the tenets of the subjugated, right? But I think I want to stay with slavery, right? Because I think everyone that knows me, I always talk about the lens that we carry, the lens of, oh, poor Black people. Oh, that is so hard. Oh, I'm so sorry what happened to Black people, right? But one of the things I believe when you start becoming racially aware and racially sensitive, racially responsible, you not only look at what happened to Black people, Black and brown body, you start to look at what white people did, what happened. I was in a workshop the other day, and a white woman said to me that when she looks at those horrifying, dehumanizing pictures of the lynchings, and where there'd be like 500 white people, 5,000 white people, and taking pictures of a mangled, brutalized Black body. You'll see pictures of white people underneath it. You'll see moms. You'll see kids underneath it. What do you think impacted, how do you think that affected white bodies? How do you think that affected your ancestry, right?